Okay, here's a question where they actually give us the regression line. So normally you'd be expecting to work this out yourself, but here they've done that calculation for us, and we've just got to give a practical interpretation of the values of A and B. So it doesn't tell you, but we know that when we do this, this is always A and this is always B. Okay, and they're going to be in the correct order, in one way around or the other. They'll be the gradient and the intercept of the line, but that is not a practical interpretation. Okay, so you've got to think about your axes. So you're going to have something, I'm going to call them X and Y. You have to decide which of these is which variable. So that the variables are a number of cars being washed and the time taken in minutes to wash the cars. And to decide which way round they go, you have to think which is the independent variable and which is the dependent one. In other words, which one would be the one that's controlling the other. So would you expect the number of cars washed to be the thing that is causing differences in the total amount of time taken, or do you think it's the time taken to wash the cars that is controlling different numbers of cars arriving to be washed? And I think that kind of answers the question. So make sure you know which way round X and Y are, and then the gradient and intercept of that line. Well, for the intercept of the line, which is going to be one of these numbers, that is what Y is when X is 0. But you have to express that in terms of cars and time. So you'll be saying that the appropriate number is the something when the something is 0. Okay, that's how we interpret the intercept. And then for the gradient, now that is the amount we go up by every time we go along 1. So the sentence that you write for that is going to look like this. You're going to say the number, one of these two, whichever gives you the gradient, is going to be the increase in one of your variables when the other variable increases by 1. Now, after you've written it out like that, you may actually have a quicker way of saying the same thing, which is great if you get there, but this template statement kind of always works and is your stepping stone to maybe getting a more convincing, really short and precise statement.